Right. What? Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Oh, my looks dirty. Slide forward.
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Because then you won't get poked in the ear.
Oh, is that what we're doing now? Okay. Why is my camera open? Oh, my gosh. Let's get to today. So what have you done this morning, darling?
Well, we've been filling with repacking more hubs. It seems like there's just an abundance of hubs to pack, wheel bearings.
I feel like that's all you do.
Well, it's not all I do, but
I know.
Josh was working on it, and the bearings were stuck on because I don't think they got packed as often as they needed to last year. So they kind of got where they were
Wear and tear.
a little corrosion and whatnot. So then you're into replacing the bearings because they're kind of shot. And in the meantime, I was also making like spare bumper slugs and stuff in case they get wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got spares to weld, like you can cut them off the car and weld them on.
Smart.
And then I got other ones that go on a body cart, so you have a place to put all the pieces when you take them off the car.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what you've been doing this morning?
Yep.
Nice. Very nice. Well, I was just getting, oh my gosh, wait, right here, there it is. It's like torture. So we have Andrew, Antonio, Corey, Kim, Michael, Jim, John, James, Donald, Steve, Jarrett, James, Ellie. Hi, everybody. How are you guys? Oh my goodness. Ooh, sorry, okay, so Andrew, so what do you think this will do to sponsors next year, being they are not getting a return on their investment? Well, that's a very good question. I mean, we're not doing anything. They might not even be working, so.
I think everyone in the country is trying to have, I think you have to kind of have a little bit of understanding.
Oh, absolutely.
But
I've seen some tracks are putting out releases that they got new sponsors. I was like, holy smokes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Make the best of what you can.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's tough to say.
We're trying to promote our sponsors through the iRacing stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's working well.
You're
you're wearing
cool
a shirt.
Wraps and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, Antonio wants to know, Michael, how many cars do you have?
We have 6 cars in the shop right now.
All modifieds.
So multiply that times 4. That's how many hubs there is to pack. And then double that. That's how many bearings there are.
Uh-huh.
And then add the spare front axles and stuff. Do those too. It's a lot of grease.
That is. Well, I'll let you.
What was your morning like?
My morning. Well, I'm currently working on creating an email to send to all my current clients because we have new products coming out tomorrow. So I kind of want to get the word out and just try and figure out how to go about promoting it when I don't know what the new products are.
But you'll find out on Thursday, right?
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow.
That's going to be exciting.
So, yeah, I mean, well, okay, so even though we're cooped up during this quarantine, we are still struggling to find our us time. What we were just discussing prior.
Yeah, so we were just discussing. So I have stuff going on all day and after work, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and she doesn't. Well, she does on Monday, but not Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays,
and then
night.
Thursday and Friday,
I do.
She's got stuff going on, and I really don't. So.
And then Saturday morning, he's got stuff going on. I don't.
But we'll have plenty of time because we get together for these videos. And Friday night, we'll probably do some silly video again.
Yep. This is our bonding session we're sharing with you guys. I hope you guys appreciate this. Otherwise, we'd be sitting on the couch watching Ozark. We started watching Ozark really good. We
it's
took everyone's
crazy.
advice and watched Schitt's Creek. Quickly ran through that. That was really good. If you're looking for something funny, that was a good show. Ozark. I was kind of hesitant because I'm not one to like shows with murder or drugs or anything illegal.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
But it's just a show. It's not like it's real.
well, I like to be okay. When I watch shows, I like to envision myself in it.
Oh, so do I. But that's what I love about this stuff is because I'll never be able to experience what that's like in real life because there's consequences for that,
Okay.
right? But in a movie or a series, I can get into it and like kind of envision what it'd be like.
Like, do you know how much I don't like snow?
Yeah.
And you know I don't like to watch shows. This is weird. I
You
don't like to watch
movies
shows with
or
snow.
Wow.
Because I don't want to envision myself in it, so I won't watch any Christmas movies. It's a problem.
You know what she likes to watch?
What?
Shows with cute country towns with cute country people that are all cute.
That's what I said
That's
to
what she
him
told me
exactly
last night when
night.
she was watching Heart of Dixie.
Heart of Dixie, it's great. It's great. I love it.
I said
It's
you need to
super
move
cute.
to Louisiana or something.
Alabama. Oh my gosh.
What else we got for questions? I still haven't even found
You
where
haven't
they
even
are.
found the video? Jeez, Mike. You are
I'm
slacking.
struggling. There we go.
Okay, Nick asks tips on starting a YouTube channel, how to get where you are at. Well, it takes a while. Like I said the other day, I just started taking, well, again, I got to find the time. It's terrible. I started a online class to help me better understand how to grow my YouTube channel. But really, it's just finding your niche and kind of running with that. Because when I first started my channel, I mean, I was doing a bunch of random stuff, racing related, but random stuff. But now I've learned that really we can still educate through our videos, but people really just like us because you make that connection with us.
Here's one of my says.
I suppose.
So you get she gets where she's at from trial and error.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So she's done lots of different videos, and some people like, some people don't like, some get a lot of views, some don't. But the big thing is like you get the negative comments, and that's like the thing that kind of scares you away.
Absolutely.
And she's really resilient and strong. The fact that she can like let all of that, like she doesn't even let it phase her and just goes on and does another video and doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I don't even do a YouTube channel on the basis that like, well, somebody's going to give me
crap.
Yep. Somebody's going to hassle me about this. So I've always like, oh, this video would be cool, but not going to do it because somebody's going to say something or, so that I think is the biggest thing that could hold you back for me. The other thing is learning how to edit on the computer takes some time.
Mm-hmm. So running off that, what I've learned through experience is so most of you that have been like supporting us, love you all dearly. However, like if you read the comments, you're going to find those few people that just never have anything good to say. I look at it as they're just unhappy with themselves. Okay. So I really can't take it out of them. Yes, it's not proper for them to be saying stuff like that, but
yeah, but they obviously have a real problem if
they have the nerve
concerning themselves with ruining your day.
But however, like if you were to go through some of my comments, like some I just won't even acknowledge, like it's not worth your time. But others, if they're kind of like, they should really be addressed. I'll say something, but I'll say something nice. Like always kill them with kindness kind of thing. And that's definitely, especially anything you do. I mean,
it's funny when you think about it like that, because I just can't imagine like jumping on somebody's thing. Like, I follow a lot of stuff on social media, and I can't imagine just jumping on and saying something just completely awful to them, unless I was like joking or trying to make trying to make it funny maybe. But I would never do that. It just seems awful.
No, I look at it as, okay, if I had the nerve to comment and tell someone how terrible a person they are, and that person jumps back and is like, I am so truly sorry that you feel that way. I hope you have a good day. I would be pissed. So that's what I do. Like, I am so sorry you don't like my voice, but I hope you have a great day anyways. Like, but no, you gotta find your niche, you gotta find what works for your following or your people that you plan on like portraying to, and just kind of sticking with that. So there was
Callie Kyle said, Mike, what happened to Eldora last year? I watched the race last night and you came on the track and then went off the track and was done for the night. It's funny because I watched that video last night too.
Really?
It's really weird. I couldn't sleep last night, so I was up just like scrolling. And I went to that one, and what happened was we had a...
Wait, was it my video?
Yeah, your video.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot.
We had
we're scrolling this.
The first big block we unloaded had a connecting rod break. I think it was after the heat. So we went out in the feature with the backup car and no laps on it at all.
Yes.
And started last and got to 10th. So it wasn't like a bad race, but we were just pretty...
to drive all the way out there.
To drive all the way out there and blow up the engine really wasn't cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Eldora is a really cool place. It's a lot of fun to race around. My car was really good on the bottom that night, which was weird because usually the top's better there. But
Jim wants to know if the toter and trailer has been serviced and prepared.
I was just going to answer that question. So that in itself is a major undertaking. So,
oh my God.
Fridge didn't work last year, and
are we getting a fridge?
We're getting a new fridge. The shower had like a crack in it or something, so they're fixing that.
Really?
Yeah.
I can actually shower in there?
Yeah. And
he's like, yeah.
Yeah. And we're putting new weather stripping on the doors so that the wind doesn't whistle as you're driving down the road.
Mm-hmm.
All the little things. Then there was a big cabinet that took up a bunch of space on the inside with like an old, like one of those deep TVs.
Oh, did they take that out?
They took that cabinet all out.
That was great.
And
I haven't seen it in like months.
Put up a big flat screen.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be completely new.
Pretty nice.
Be great. I like this. Okay.
So that's exciting. So there's going to be more room in there for activities.
Room for activities. More room for cleaning, but that's fine. Totally fine.
Honestly, so this toter has a pretty good slide out. So there's a lot of room when you slide it out. Going down the road is when it's confined, because when you slide it in, there's not as much room.
But to have a fridge and a shower.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's exciting.
Andrew Merritt said, I was up near your parents' house this morning. I hope you went and beeped and waved as you drove by. We get that all the time. It's great. And I used to live with my parents. Someone would beep and go by, and I'd be like sitting at the couch and I'd be like, hey, thanks for driving by.
Connor Hill says, how many times are you guys running Fonda this year? I have no idea, but probably like 3 or 4.
Ray asks, when's the best time to talk and get autographs at the track? I would say before the driver's meet.
I missed that one.
Okay, Mandee.
Yeah.
When is the best time to talk and get autographs at the track? If it's a good night, after the races. But if you're there early enough before, as long as it's before, driver's meeting.
Yeah, driver's meeting.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is the crew chief's meeting every time. Tracks. The crew chief. Everything they're telling you is about what the crew chief needs to know.
Yeah, it's technically not driver's meeting.
It's a crew chief meeting.
Let's delegate that they make a name change here. So it is Jenny Gray's birthday. Happy birthday, Jenny. Hope you're having fun. Hopefully you're making the best of this time. Let's see.
Says Dave Miller says, when racing starts, will Mike come to any races at Grandview or Big Diamond? I would love to see Mike race. I'd come to Jersey to see him. I had plans to go to the the what's the money race? Is it Bruce Rogers?
Oh, the Moneymaker?
Moneymaker?
Yeah.
Bruce Rogers Moneymaker at Grandview. I was playing on that.
It's been very disappointing I'm supposed to be in Vegas right now, and the past Friday, Saturday, today, my phone notifies me like, oh, you should be getting on your plane. Oh, you should be at Orange County. And I'm like, oh, that's really sad.
Yeah. Schedule-wise, it's pretty hard to tell you where we're going to be and when, because I'm sure the schedule is probably going to change soon.
So David Allen asks, does your ring and pinion play a part in your final gear selection?
Yes and no. Here's why. So your ring and pinion determines which gear sets you should have in your trailer. But as long as you put the right gear set in with that ring and pinion, your final drive can be the same no matter what ring and pinion you have. So it's really not a factor of like the overall thing. It's just you just need to know what it is and pick the right gear set for that. Mm-hmm. And there's a chart.
There's a chart, yes. So
and make sure you use the right chart because they're a little bit different. Like if you have DMI gears, or if you have Winner's gears, or if you have SCS gears, the set numbers, they usually cross over, but like the SCS ones have weird numbers and they're not always the same. So make sure you have the right chart. You can pull them up on Google most of the time.
Really?
Yeah, we have one hanging in the trailer next to the gear set box. It's just because the light is.
No, it's the way it's hitting this. God, I can see it. I can see it. Okay, so Kyle says, Mike, I was thinking of a good tech video. It would be nice to see a video about dry sump system and priming.
Oh man, I think that's a great idea. We could do a video on how the lines go on the dry sump system and which way they go through the pump and out of the pump and out of the pump into the cooler back into the engine. Because when you look at it with no lines on there, it's kind of intimidating for the first time. If you've been racing Sportsman or a small block and you get a big block or an open small block, and I mean, it's pretty confusing on where the lines go. So there's no labels on them or anything. And you just have to know
it doesn't
how
come
it
with
works.
directions.
There's no directions. So
that's silly.
Yeah, I'd love to do a video on that. I think it'd be great.
John Doe asks, have you ever had issues with brake fluid expanding from heat and squeezing the brakes?
Issues with brake fluid from squeezing the brakes?
Read the top question.
Okay. Brake fluid expanding from heat. Oh, okay. So the fluid's expanding. Yes. If you have too much fluid in your reservoir and it heats up and there's not enough room for it to expand, then it'll apply the brakes even more and more and more. And even if you let off the pedal, then the reservoir won't let the brakes back off because of the expansion. The thing you need for that is an open breather. A lot of the newer reservoirs have a rubber seal to keep dirt from getting into the fluid. But if you overfill the tanks, then there's nowhere for the fluid to get out. So that's an issue. And then put a spring on your pedal so that it pulls it back. Because if you accidentally rest your foot on it, you can really heat them up pretty good doing that.
Thank you, Michael. So Travis says, Manny, just a heads up, the 40th anniversary Fizz sold out this morning. That's the rosé champagne.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Travis, lucky
good thing
for
we
you.
have a big stockpile here.
Yes, we do. Lucky for you, Travis, you have to see what flavor comes back tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Yeah, super exciting. Good stuff.
What do you think it'll be? Should we take guesses?
Or what flavor?
I'm really hoping for like mixed berry.
No, it's the flavor that's been we've had that's gonna come back for good.
Oh.
I don't know if they're gonna actually come out with a new flavor.
Oh, so it's not a new flavor.
It
okay.
would be green apple, blackberry, or strawberry.
Well, I haven't had blackberry in a long time. I would
That's
like to
like
try
a-
that again, just to know.
Just to know. Actually, I'm sorry. Heather asked, what's the race at New Egypt on the 18th that Mike's participating in? Or when is that?
Okay, I don't think it's at New Egypt. I think it's on
That's on
iRacing.
Saturday. Yeah.
It's on iRacing.
No,
New Egypt Speedway's putting it on.
So that means I'm not going to have you on Saturday too.
And I'd have to look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's iRacing.
Tell you what, I'll look it up, and tomorrow at lunch,
We'll have more details.
I'll tell you all about New Egypt's event this weekend.
I know they were focusing on people like down in their area, and I guess they must include you as part of the area nowadays.
Okay.
It's a sign.
I just got in because of Mandee.
Yeah. Sorry. That made you laugh.
What are the laws with CDL and driving the toter and trailer? Asks Andrew Merritt. So here's the thing. In New York State, I don't know about all the other states, but at least when you're registered in New York State, you can register your toter and trailer as an RV because it has a bathroom and whatever in it. So as long as you register as an RV, you don't need a Class A CDL to drive it. Now, is it a good idea to have one? Yes, because you have air brakes and it's heavy and it's a big machine to operate. But it's not required. So what's nice is if you have someone that's driving that has a CDL most of the time and they're tired and it's 1 a.m. and there's no traffic on the highway anyway, pretty sure that somebody can jump in the seat and take over for an hour or so and give them a rest because you don't really need that CDL to go straight.
So Jordan said the New Egypt show are 410s at Eldora, and made me think that I will race iRacing when they get New Egypt on iRacing because I actually know that track.
You'll go on iRacing if they get New Egypt?
Yeah.
Hold her to it.
Mm-hmm. I'll do it.
They're getting Weed Sport. It's coming.
They?
I don't know when, but it's coming. They scanned it. They scanned the modifieds.
That's pretty cool.
They're coming. It might be 5 years. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So Kyle asks if I prefer doing the vlogging or written material like PRs and newsletters. So I have an answer for that. As much as I love my PR business and what I do, I definitely enjoy doing videos more because, believe it or not, I hate writing. I do not like writing. I feel like I got into the PR business because I knew I could help people in racing. And I like the whole concept of like helping people's reputation. But having to chase down race car drivers every single week to write about them is like pulling teeth from a child. Okay, it is so difficult. So it really did not sit very well for me. For like perfect example, for a few years I did PR for HBR, and I mean I could get Jimmy Phelps like every week, no problems. But some other drivers, I mean, you're the same. Like you had a bad weekend, you're not going to want to talk to me.
Oh yeah, if I don't run good, I don't want to say anything about it at all.
No, Phelps at least like took it.
I just want to go to bed and
not talk about it, not relive it.
Hope that it wasn't real life.
Yeah, exactly. So unless you get a driver that wins every weekend to do PR, it's phenomenal. It's so much fun, but then it's a struggle. But I really do just like doing the videos because I'm more in control of, and I get to show you like fun stuff. It's not like, oh my God, we pitted and got a flat tire, but we'll be back next week. It'll be better next week. And then the next week comes, it's like, well, we got wrecked. And I'm like, oh, okay.
So Garden Flame asked if it's snowing there. It is here. Where are you? It snowed here last night, but it's all gone now. There was snow this
morning, and Michael tried arguing me that it was frost.
I was just trying to make you feel better.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, she gets all upset.
It was terrible. I was like, are you blind? I understand now. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Jason White asks, Mike, the shape of Fonda is weird off the backstretch. Do you ever feel that going there, through there? Yes, it is weird, but that's what makes Fonda great, is it's not a perfect oval. It's almost like all 4 turns are different. So it kind of turns it into like a road course feel where you have to remember which turn you're in because you have to drive them all differently, which makes it really racy because your car could be good in turn 1, but it's not good in turn 3, or vice versa. And it's a high-speed track, momentum track, and there's a lot of different grooves, so it's a pretty exciting place to race.
So my mom just texted me, and all she said is "OMG," and you gotta look at this. She just sent me a bunch of pictures. She said that my father is working. Well, she wrote irritation. I'm imagining she meant irrigation, but look, I'll show you guys. This is what Dad's doing. Are you looking across the entire property? He's digging up the entire property.
Why?
I don't know. Why does Dad do anything? Like,
looks like he's ditching.
Yep.
Is he putting in drainage?
This is what Billy Pauch is doing right now, guys.
Playing with his Tonka toys.
Yeah, he's playing with his toys and I think he's just doing stuff with the ditches because it's been raining. So, OMG, God bless you, Mom. Have fun. Oh, people have been asking who drove the 35 car before you and how did you get the ride? Sorry.
Okay, so Mike Perotti has driven for the Huttig family for his whole entire career.
For older than us.
And Mike got the job at Dirt as the director for the Big Block Modified series.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't really as focused on driving as much as he was doing that. And at that time, they had Frank Cozy driving on the series. And Frank had all the equipment at his shop. And when they were done and that was over with, the equipment was kind of just sitting around here, and they didn't really have a driver. And Mike was just kind of racing. He was just racing airborne weekly, and they had a lot more cars than they needed to just race airborne weekly. So then Mike ended up with it's like a problem with his neck and his back and his eye, and it's like
racing was catching up.
Getting in the race car would really
detrimental.
You could, like, any sort of crash or something could really hurt his health.
Mm-hmm.
So, but even amidst all that, we were both going to be racing on the same team. Mike Perotti and I were both going to race at Airborne Weekly, and I was going to run the Super Dirt Car Series. But he decided not to race. Then I ended up with more equipment to race with. So we got to race a lot last year. Mm-hmm. And just to backtrack a little bit, the other thing was I was friends with George Huttig and Charlie Huttig and Julie. I talked to them many years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, about doing this. And it just didn't, like, the stars didn't line up at that time. And we stayed in touch, and here we are now. So
yes. Did you notice, looking at this, we're kind of matchy-matchy, honey?
Oh, yeah. Black and blue.
Cute. All right, so hang on. I saw a question from Heather. Where did that question go? Mandee, do you have enough footage to do a bloopers video on racing, or just a blooper video? So the first year I started doing vlogs, I had a blooper video, but I don't cut them out anymore. I don't cut the funny stuff out, so it's kind of like, it's tossed my mind. Yeah, it's tossed my mind. But I feel like I keep every single video, and to have to go through all that and to file it and stuff, like, just to make that like 10-second intro clip on all my videos, that took 2 days to do.
That's the other thing. Back to what I was saying about the YouTube is, like, from the beginning, it's like you edit all that stuff out because you're worried about it. Yeah. And then as you go along, like, what people think of you goes down, and worrying about editing it and having time for that goes up. So it's like the changes.
Absolutely. Okay, so I feel like, I don't know what you said, Mike, but you might have missaid it, or Jordan misheard it.
What's that?
Jordan said, wait, Mike, hold up. They scan the modifieds for iRacing. Don't just skip over that so easily. This is huge. I think you meant they just scanned Weed Sport. Did they scan the modifieds?
I don't know. It's all hearsay, but I've been told by many people that Weed Sport and the big blocks are coming to iRacing eventually. But who knows when? It could be years. So I wouldn't get all too excited yet. I'm sure when they do announce it, you'll still have to wait a while.
Yeah. John says I need to do a video scaring you over and over again. He wouldn't be okay with that. He's ignoring
that. I'm trying to read the questions.
Oh.
Winston Churchill says that Hickory does autographs before the main event starts. We do that a lot with a lot of our bigger events, but weekly shows, they only do an autograph night once a year because it takes so much time. Well, it's almost like an hour or more of that autograph session
to round everyone up. But really think about it, to do it right before your main event. If it's a big show, understandable. But I don't know how many times I've seen Dad or Billy. I mean, they wreck or they don't qualify, and they got to run the consi, and the consi is right before intermission, which is when autograph session is. Do you really think they're going to have time to flip their car around enough to go do an autograph session? Obviously, we know the fans are very important, but we're there to race. And
there's other fans that could care less about an autograph, and they just want to get the show on the road.
Yeah.
And they're all, a lot of times we're doing these autographs, and they're like, let's go!
And you're
they don't really make us feel like this is a priority. So, I don't know. It's a challenge. It's hard to please everyone.
Yeah, I think I understand it, but I think if they really want to make value of their autograph session, do it before everything even gets started, before you even know you're going to get a flat later tonight.
Yeah, when everybody's still happy.
Everyone is still happy to be there. And, if the fans have to come 20 minutes earlier, the drivers have to come 20 minutes earlier, it's not the end of the world kind of thing. I think that's more ideal, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
somebody asked, I lost the question, but somebody asked, what wheel I recommend for iRacing.
Did they?
I've been told that the best wheel is the Logitech G27.
Never heard of it.
I've used one when Justin Piscatell had one in my college dorm room, and it was awesome. I love that wheel. But I don't own one. I got a PS2 wheel. It's not as nice as that. But
PS2.
If I knew we were going to be spending this much time iRacing, I would have invested more money in iRacing equipment.
Probably in high demand right now.
To try and be better. Yeah, they're hard to find right now.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, check out Fanatic.com or Fanatec.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pronounced Fanatic. But they have awesome stuff. It's kind of expensive, but that's about as good as you can buy.
Let's see. So many questions today. This is great.
That was Greg Holt.
Pardon?
That was Greg Holt that asked the question about the wheel.
Yeah. So, let's see. We got a few questions. How late do you stay after the races? Is that a better time to meet with fans? I would say, again, depending on the driver and how they finished. But, sometimes we've been in the races when they actually start shutting down the lights to the track. And then we're like, well, I guess it's time to go. It's just us.
Yeah, when we win, we like to stay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have fun. Jordan said that the New Egypt's show this Saturday is 410 sprint cars at Eldora.
This is old news. I read that 5 minutes ago.
You read that?
Yes.
Well, I didn't hear you. So I'm just repeating.
You're 20 minutes behind on the questions.
So we've been practicing to do an ESS 360 race at Eldora. So I've been running those the past 2 nights.
So when is that? The race?
You're really putting a lot of pressure on me. I don't know the iRacing schedule. There's too many races. But
there should be a grand schedule.
It's coming up.
Okay.
I will announce it. But anyway, that's been fun.
Cool. All right. So I like to leave unhappy stuff, but we will always make a happy alternative to this question. Kyle Ho asks, what was the most hurtful comments you heard coming from the stands?
Words that I cannot say on here because they are so awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. It can
People
get
can be
pretty
rotten,
pretty ugly.
really rotten, selfish.
A lot of times
rude.
comes from too much salsa.
Oh,
You know,
that's
but,
usually yeah.
But still, I mean, we need to control ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that's more or less. I don't know. Obviously, like how you grew up, how you're raised is like eventually where you end up in life or why you do. Like mom was sick, you end up being a nurse or a doctor, something like that, you know. But I feel like I don't want to say I was tortured as a child, but I maybe that's what made me somewhat emotional as a person, or maybe hard skinned. I'm not really sure. But when I was younger, I always remember like Grandview. Oh, they'd line the drivers up on the front stretch. Drivers get out, wave. Dads get in the car. I'm up against fence waving to my dad. I had been at least 5 or 6, and people were like mother effing him. And I was like, how? I mean, at that age, you don't know any better, but how could someone do that when their child is right there? That was wrong. I cried. And then the next time, I remember at New Egypt, there's a lot of incidents, but these two really always stick to me. That there were actually drunks in the stands throwing beer cans at my dad in Victory Lane.
Wow.
Yeah. So that makes me like really want to do these videos so people can really understand how involved and that we are to do this stuff. Like just throwing beer cans at us really says more about you than it does about us.
Yeah.
Like this is a family sport, and I just want everyone to see that and everyone to understand it and respect it more. No matter who the driver is, just respect the person that like had to put in all this work to get there. Like just because they're good, that means they're doing the work, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can go on. But it's been, holy crap, babe, it's been 37 minutes already.
And I mean, people and drivers themselves make mistakes. They don't necessarily deserve to have beer cans thrown at them because they had an accident.
We're human, but again, your actions say more about you than the person that you're reacting to. So if you have that in life, just remember that it says nothing about you and it means everything about them. So I'm going to leave it on that positive note. Today's Positive Wednesday. You gotta put your positive pants on. And I'm going to go have a smoothie. So thank you guys. Mike, do you have anything to run with that so we can go?
No, I don't.
I swear I'm just drinking tea. Thank you. Seriously, I hope you guys are having fun wherever you are. And hopefully we'll get to go racing soon. So just stay inside. Still continue washing your hands and taking your vitamins and staying safe.
See ya.
Bye, everyone. Wait, come back. Hang on.